Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast. Another special edition, Daniel. This
Yes.
time, the Xbox E3 post show. We have just watched the Xbox Bethesda game showcase. What did you think?
Oh, we're just going straight into
Just
it.
going straight in, man. What did you think? Overall?
Really good. Really good. This is exactly what I wanted. There's maybe a few things I was like, okay, maybe we could expand a little more, but for the most part, this is everything I wanted from a showcase.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. When I think of like what a perfect showcase could be, this isn't like perfect, but I mean it's close, but like it's what I want. Just games. Give me dates, give me new game announcements, show me a little bit of gameplay, some stuff that's closer, and that's it.
You can be a little bit of people talking. That's what they did. There was like
Sure,
a little bit in the beginning.
yeah, in between, but for the most part, it's just game after game after game.
It did not
date
stop.
after date after date, and then new game announcement, and I think that's just as much as you can ask for, really, is what they did. I wanted the best Xbox. What do you call these conferences that I've ever seen?
Showcase. Yeah.
Obviously I'd have to like compare with the other ones, but I think I got pretty damn close to that, right?
Yeah, I mean, they showed such a variety of games. They showed more Psychonauts 2 to a car game to FPS games to co-op games. They showed a lot of
Game
stuff.
Studios just in general is doing a really good job of just giving variety of different types of games, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to keep seeing that, just a diverse amount of games.
Sure, definitely. Okay, so what we're going to do then for this show is we're going to go item by item, list by list, and just go through what they went and announced.
Yeah. So we started.
Daniel?
We started straight big. Did not expect this game.
I think everyone was expecting this last, and ended up being first, right?
Well, it got leaked, so maybe
to get leaked.
I guess.
Yeah, I wonder if they switched it around before.
I don't think so. I don't think they could do that on the fly like that, but. It got leaked like 10 minutes before the showcase. Like, are you kidding me? Like, stop that.
It was a little bit disappointing when I looked.
But I guess I didn't say what it is. Yeah. It's Starfield. We finally got Starfield. We got a little cinematic trailer. Nice. I liked it. It didn't show much. They don't need to. It's not coming out until next year. It's coming out November 11th next year.
Yeah. I like the hard date. Like
my prediction was November this year.
Right.
But I was close. But it's next year.
A whole year off, but
I got the right month.
Fair enough. I like the far out date. I know some people are very upset about this, it being so far out. It's like 18 months out still, but like I like the hard date. I like that we have here's when it's going to come out. We have a date to look forward to on it.
Yeah, and guess what?
What's that?
Daniel was right. I'm sorry for a lot of people because a lot of people aren't going to be able to play this game. They hammered it in. Xbox exclusive. They said it multiple times. Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
So
was anyone expecting it not to be by this point?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. It sucks because I beat the drum of no exclusives ever. Period. No matter what, I just don't like them. But hey, I told you that this everything that they do is going to be an exclusive, and there's another one later on in the show we'll talk about. That's just what's going to happen. So they'll all be exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this endlessly, but I mean, they bought Bethesda for how much money? I mean, they bought that for a reason.
7.5 billion.
Right. The idea here is to sell consoles. Like, it's just, it is what it is. It was always going to be this. I don't know what people were really expecting.
Yeah.
But as far as the game, like, I like the vibe. I like the trailer. You got giving me like interstellar-ish vibes, kind of.
Sure.
A little bit more of like a realistic space thing. Not so much like the crazy wacky like Outer Worlds type thing. It's more like humans first leaving Earth type thing, maybe
some sort of science experiments and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we know like Elon Musk is involved, or like he's been helping produce this game.
He's probably trying to keep it realistic.
I guess they're going for more of like a realistic thing. I don't know. It's very interesting. We definitely have to see more, and they got to talk about it more to really understand what this game is fully going to be. But definitely excited.
We got a ship, so I'm sure we're going to be planet hopping. It's got to be right. Like, there's no way it's just one planet.
Yeah, no, especially that planet they showed. I couldn't imagine that was like, you would think if it's just one planet, they would have showed like different environments and stuff, like here's what you'll be able to explore, not just like one rocky planet. That it wouldn't be just that.
You're just on the moon. That's all you're on.
Yeah, you're just on the moon. It's just a rock. Thanks. Have fun.
Yep. Just you and Buzz Aldrin.
So I want
any last words?
I just well, I'm very excited. That's pretty much my last words. I wonder if they're going for more of a Mass Effect thing. Maybe you build relationships with your crew more and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wonder how much dialogue stuff there's going to be and all that.
Yeah, I wonder if it even is first person, your traditional Bethesda Game Studios giant first person RPG.
They like to kind of do both as well.
I mean, you always can do both, and I mean, you can always go in third person, but it sucks when you do that. So you never.
He was carrying a gun, so we're going to be shooting stuff.
Definitely gonna be shooting stuff.
He put a gun like on the table or whatever.
Yeah. Is it weird to you that they Bethesda Game Studios announced a date this far out? Like,
no.
18 months? Considering what they did with Fallout 4 and the whole 6 months thing and how
I mean not every game needs to do that.
Todd Howard were kinda on this.
Yeah. I don't think every game needs to do that, to be honest.
No, I don't either.
Like, I like that for sure. It's really nice, like boom, and you get.
I think it's just weird from them because they were so like, we should announce games 6 months beforehand or whatever, for like this whole ever since they released Fallout 4, and it's just you're kind of backtracking on what you guys said, but
I think that this game is taking a while because they also talked about it being the Creation 2 engine.
Right. Yeah. This will be the first game on their new engine.
Yeah, I think that's taken a long time. I think that's why this game's taken a long time. So I think Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be as far out as people think it's going to be. It'll still be a couple years away. Once they get the engine going, I think they'll be able to do a more regular Bethesda Game Studio go. They just completely doing a whole new engine. So
that's probably the most exciting part about this, right? Is the game being on an upgraded engine now.
Yeah. Because like
they've been making the same game.
People love to talk about
and I think.
Yeah, pretty much. People love to talk about, hate on Skyrim or whatever, but like you could do a lot in that game. Just pick up random stuff. Like that engine is pretty crazy. Like I'm surprised that game even runs, to be honest. Like there's so much you could do in that game. Is that it for any last words of her stuff?
Yeah, can't wait to see more. I'm sure we'll get plenty more next year at E3 and stuff like that. So
big blow.
A lot more Starfield to look forward to.
We'll get that Todd Howard talking for 15 minutes.
Oh, sure.
I assume next year. And then the next up was Stalker 2. They had a big cinematic reveal.
Did you ever play the first one?
No, because it was PC only.
Oh, okay.
So this is coming to PC and Game Pass. Which is awesome.
Do they own this studio? What studio?
No.
Is this? Oh, okay.
I think they said this is coming first, if I remember, to Game Pass.
Coming first there. Okay.
So I assume it'll come to PS5 maybe 6 months or so.
Yeah, it looked kind of cool. I don't know if I'd check this out. It looked like Metro to me.
I was just thinking this exact same thing.
Yeah, it looked like Metro. Yeah.
I love Metro, so I might check it out. I don't know.
Yeah, I could never get too into those, so maybe that's just what's holding me back. But I'd have to see more on this one, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It's coming out. What was the date? Like April next year, something like that. Like late April, I think.
Okay.
So that'd be very exciting to see. That's definitely for me. Like, wait for reviews. What was next? Let's see. Oh, then I think it was Back 4 Blood. I think was next.
Yeah.
I think so.
The order.
I have an order, but I'm just making sure. If I'm missing something, let me know.
Sure.
So Back 4 Blood. They just showed another cinematic, and really the big thing is it's coming day and date to Game Pass.
Such a good get. Again, they've been picking up these random kind of multiplayer focused games all year. With Knockout City, and I'm forgetting stuff now.
Outriders.
Basically just a really good get for not only for Xbox but for Turtle Rock Studios as well. I think this will give them an immediate player base.
Yeah, that way they already made some money for the game. But like I just said about Outriders, I think this is going to be a very similar case. This is going to make this game have a huge audience immediately in October.
Definitely. I think if it really is able to live up to the quality of Left 4 Dead, it'll have a really long tail too, and that'll just help Xbox Game Pass.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great.
It does look great, yeah. And from what people have said that have already played it, it is great. So
yeah, they had that beta last year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I will now be playing it on Xbox, which is cool.
See, like this is another thing that it had with Outriders. Like, why would you play it anywhere else if you just have Game Pass, $15, whatever version you have, and you just play this game for as long as you want?
Like, exactly.
Perfect. This game is definitely more of an FPS compared to like Left 4 Dead, though. Left 4 Dead kind of had that arcadey feel. You're not like zooming in all the time, and this is definitely like first-person shooter, which I like.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Loved Left 4 Dead back in the day. So.
Oh yeah, Turtle Rock's great. I even liked Evolve. It just died quickly. And the next game was Sea of Thieves, and they showed off the new what is it called? A Pirate's Life expansion.
Yeah,
for free. Not even it's a free expansion. It's coming out.
I've never played Sea of Thieves. I was fucking into this.
This like, was really fun.
Walked out. I was like,
yeah, it's really
why
fun.
not? I'll play a little story with Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, it's coming out June 22nd. And it's a whole story expansion. So it had a bunch of characters from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. It even had that one dude with the missing an eye.
Jones.
Yeah, Davy Jones, the dude, the sidekick that's like missing an eye. He like shot the staff. Yeah, the old guy that's always in the background.
Yeah,
he's in this game.
Why not?
Was that Johnny Depp? Do we know?
I don't know. They didn't say. I wonder. I don't know. I just wonder how they got this in general. Like, were they just talking to John Drake and just like, hey, can you just put Jack Sparrow into Sea of Thieves? And he's like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's have an expansion.
Why not? Pirates of the Caribbean is doing absolutely nothing, so yeah, fuck it, throw it in Sea of Thieves. Why not?
I think that it's because they've been talking to Disney for a while with the like tie-in to Disney Plus with Game Pass.
Sure.
They had like if you had Game Pass Ultimate, you get some like months free for Disney. So they probably just have a good relationship with Disney and John Drake.
Yeah.
Are you gonna play this?
I don't know.
When you get your Xbox?
Yeah, I've never played Sea of Thieves, so maybe I'll just check it out, see if I like the gameplay and whatnot. And
I played it a little bit, but that was like at launch. I have not played since they've added all the new stuff. Yeah, next is Psychonauts 2. We got an official release date, August 25th. This game looks great.
It does. Looks awesome.
This game just looks fun. Like I love Double Fine. Even if I don't play all their games, they're just so creative and unique and such a great voice. Even now that they're under Xbox, like it's so perfect.
Yeah, definitely. I think this game does look fantastic, especially all the gameplay they've been showing just throughout the year. Even this game has really caught my eye. I wish it was out like right now, man. I would really like to play. Yeah, especially with Ratchet right now. I'm like such in like a platforming mood right now that this just look awesome. But yeah, August 25th, good date, coming out before the big fall rush. So
day and date Game Pass
in there. Yeah, day and date Game Pass again. I wonder how much.
This is coming out everywhere because this was before.
Yeah, this was a PlayStation game still. Yeah. I wonder if it's still a full price game at on other consoles. Is this coming to Switch as well?
I don't know actually.
They
only said Xbox One, PC, and
the Series. I know in the actual conference they didn't say anything about that. So,
but we know it's coming, so it's probably coming to PS4 and PS5. Switch, I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, just curious.
It makes sense, but like
that probably could run on Switch. But
yeah.
Regardless, though, game looks great. Double Fine always putting out quality products.
Yep. And then the next thing they had was Pete Hines came out and showed more Bethesda games coming. Pretty much all the other ones that we didn't get before are coming.
Fallout
to
1 and 2 coming to Game Pass and on Xbox now, which is interesting.
Yeah,
I've never played the original Fallout games.
Dishonored: The Death of the Outsider, which is the first Dishonored. Maybe that's the only one that we don't have yet. Is the first Dishonored. I think 2 is
the Outsider. Isn't that one the DLC?
That's a DLC, but I'm saying the first game. I don't know if the first game's on yet.
Oh, I'm sure it is by now.
We're getting Doom 1, that I don't know what this game is. Arc Fatalis. I'm not sure. Evil Within 2, Rage 1, Wolfenstein 2. So finally we're getting Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein 2. Fallout 1, 2, and 3, and Fallout Tactics, which I don't know anything about Tactics.
That's like a third-person shooter. It's an old school one, I think. Or maybe I'm
It
thinking
looks
Brotherhood
old.
of Steel.
Brotherhood of Steel was, I think, a DLC, wasn't it?
Oh, you're right. No,
I think that was a
Tactics
DLC.
is the one I'm thinking of then.
Tactics is just probably just a really old Fallout game. It has the old like 1 and 2.
I remember the cover of that game. But yeah,
Probably
regardless,
90s game.
I would definitely check out Fallout 1 and 2. I've just never gotten a chance to even play those.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time they're even on a console.
It seems like it, right? I don't think it's on Xbox at all right now.
No, yeah, I don't think so. I think this is the first time they're officially coming there, so that's cool.
Yeah, it is really awesome. And then next was the Hades trailer, which love Hades. They're getting a physical release. It's coming out August 13th. Game Pass, insane.
Also on Game Pass.
Everyone should play Hades because no excuse now. It's Xbox One, the Series X and S, PC, I guess Windows PC. It was already on PC. And then I think it's coming to PS4 and PS5 as well. But it's coming to Game Pass.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean it is a year-old game, but play it. Like you really have no excuse anymore. It's on everything.
It's cool. Then get one of the top games from last year already on Game Pass.
Yeah. I guess I'll say it because it was somewhere in here as well. I called it during our predictions. Half of it at least. Yakuza Like a Dragon coming to Game Pass as well. I said Judgment, but they didn't announce that yet. Maybe they'll do that when Judgment 2 is closer.
So is that the only thing missing now? Would be the 2 Judgment
so
games?
all 8 Yakuza games are there, except for now it's Judgment and then the second Judgment. Everything else is there.
Comes out.
And then all those little side games, they're not even on Xbox yet, if they ever do them. But the main Yakuza 8 games are there now. And it's today, as of us doing this on Sunday.
Oh, Like a Dragon's already up
right now, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Definitely go check that out. Yeah, again, another great game from last year coming out right away.
Yeah, one of the best games of last year. One of my favorite games last year. And then next was a really cool game. Spoke to me personally. I love my indie games. Was Somerville. It's coming out next year. This was the looked like an alien
with, like, the family sitting on the couch.
Yes.
Okay.
It was the family on the couch.
It looked awesome.
And it seemed they were very cagey, but it looked like an alien invasion. And you're kind of like a War of the Worlds
from the sky or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were people like shooting guns towards the end of the trailer. So I got
were you getting more of like a Limbo type vibes or more just like
with the 2D
story with the 2D? You think there'll be like puzzles and stuff?
It's definitely minimalist. It kind of, I know you didn't play the game, but it definitely reminded me a little bit of Kentucky Route Zero.
Sure.
That's an even more limited game. It's very muted with its colors and stuff. It's a little more colorful of a game, but looks really interesting.
That vibe, Oxenfree type vibes.
Oxenfree, yeah.
Definitely we're coming through. Yeah, it looks cool. Was this 2022? Right?
This is 2022, yeah. So no official release date, but this is, guess what?
It's coming on Game Pass. Did they pay you to say that, Danny?
You should not. I have a quota.
Okay. As long as you're getting paid, as long as someone's getting fucking paid here, I'm fine.
I have a quote. I have to say it so many times. And then what else was next? Oh, then it was Halo, which was right in the middle of the conference.
The Avalanche Studios game.
I think it was.
I thought that was earlier on. Okay, maybe I'm confused. Sorry. Continue.
You're making me question.
I'm making myself. I just thought that was very early on, but we can talk about Halo now.
Well, hold on. I'm looking it up now. I don't see it, so
you don't see. Okay, let's just talk about
that first.
Okay, cool. Avalanche Studios announced a new game. What was it called? God damn it!
It was called Contraband.
Contraband. That's it.
Brand new IP,
exclusive to Xbox. They did not buy the studio.
No, because we talked about it on the predictions.
Yeah, I did guess that. But they are making exclusive for Xbox.
Exclusive IP, cool. I think coming out next year, right? As well.
I think it's at 2022. Yeah,
I think it was like summer or something, maybe.
Or you know what? Jeff Grubb this was on that list, so maybe it's not next year. Maybe it just had no
next
date.
year.
Yeah, it probably just had no date. Regardless, though, I'm happy to see the studio get a shit ton of money from Microsoft to make a game. Yeah, I think.
Imagine like what they did with
give
like
this team a big budget. I think they can make a really great game.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like, imagine Mad Max with a bigger budget.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
That sounds amazing. Like, I missed out on that game.
The previous games have always felt a little more on the AA side. Like, I know they're not AA games, but they felt a little downgraded to typical AAA games. If you play Just Cause and even Rage 2 and stuff like that, they felt a little bit more downgraded. So I think if Microsoft can really get behind them on this one, and then who knows, they might even buy them in the future. It might be a test bed here. Make it could be
because they did do. Yeah. They did do like deals with like id. Like id helped with
stuff like that. Or it could just be a situation where maybe Microsoft wants to calm down on buying the studios and then just buy up exclusives, stuff like that.
I wouldn't think so, to be honest.
Yeah, who knows?
If you notice, they didn't talk about anything. Yeah, they didn't talk about any acquisitions. I assumed that's just because it's E3. Like, if they are doing something, like, that could be something down the line. I don't know. I assume the acquisitions have not stopped.
Yeah, you would assume. I was really expecting a couple acquisitions. I think there was just a lot of.
I honestly didn't.
For that.
No, the only one I did was in my predictions, which didn't happen, which is the Kojima stuff. Just that he was going to do a game, but that wasn't even an acquisition. But,
yeah. Anyway, so let's continue.
Yeah. So the next game was Halo. They reiterated that it's coming out holiday this year. They reiterated that the campaign and the multiplayer will be at the same time. They're not like staggering them at all. Like they want it to launch
like a Red Dead or something where it's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah. They're gonna launch at the same time, which I don't know.
Expect that, but yeah,
it's Halo. It's Halo. I don't know why that.
They didn't try to make that very clear that it was like
they did. That's why I said that.
Time. They said it like multiple times. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is kind of weird, but whatever.
So we got the cinematic with Chief. We got our first view at Cortana in this game.
Cinematic. You could tell
it was really cool.
What's his name? The guy.
Joseph Staten.
Yeah, because he was the cinematic director for the original Halo trilogy. You could tell he was back with Chief jumping in space and stuff. Give me those Halo 2 vibes.
Halo
the
2
opening
vibes.
Of that game.
You're speaking to me. You're speaking to me.
Yeah, where he drops the bomb on there. Yeah, definitely gave
really cool.
Really
we got hints of the story with like Cortana.
Yeah, what do we think's going on here?
Taste. So it seems like we're saving my girl. We're saving her, right?
I feel like he's like every fucking game now.
No, because if you remember, you might not. But at the end of 5, she kind of goes crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I remember this.
She goes crazy at the end of 4,
Isn't
but then
4?
she starts, and then at 5 she's gone.
Okay.
So I think this is like he hinted at like, oh, there's a new mission. The missions change. So this is going to be him trying to save her, probably.
And there was another,
but also fighting.
Thing there.
That was Cortana.
Oh, that hologram. That was Cortana.
That's just Cortana's new look. Yeah.
Is it? I thought it wasn't Cortana. I thought Cortana was dead. Didn't they say that?
No, she just has memory stuff. That's Cortana. That's Cortana's new look.
Does she remember anything from the previous Halos? Maybe I read.
I don't know. I mean, we don't know.
It looked like go back. Memory was wiped then.
She's having weird memory stuff, but it's clear that like she was supposed to be completely. If you listen to what she said, she was supposed to be like completely wiped, and then a new AI was going to take over her body or something. So I guess she didn't get wiped because she said that Chief was supposed to be the one to wipe her or like bring her to get wiped.
Okay.
Because if you remember, he was supposed to bring her to the Infinity with all those other Spartans, that ship, to wipe her, but he didn't.
Okay. So I'm very confused now.
Yeah, it's just Halo 4 and 5. They get really crazy.
I'm very curious with the story though. I kind of wish they focused on something else. Maybe I was.
No, I like.
There was that last trailer though with like that human character.
We didn't need to see him again. He was
trying to bond. Yeah, we didn't. But like, I'm kind of more interested in like that. Maybe I don't know. Some type of human element to Chief. That could be very interesting.
I mean, that was always Cortana
stuff is kind of very much throwing me off because it's very much connecting to Halo 4 and 5.
Yeah, that's what always Cortana was through the original trilogy. Like she was it's so weird to say that because she's just an AI, but she was the human of the game because Chief is just so much of a soldier,
Yeah, we'll see with the story.
Yeah.
Let's get to the gameplay though.
Yeah. And then speaking of that, we got the multiplayer like montage, which was sick.
It was sick.
They don't really get into
I'm into this grappling hook, man. The grappling hook looks badass.
I still assume it's on like a cooldown and stuff, and like they don't really go into modes or like armor abilities, which it seems like there's some armor abilities in here. If you kind of slow and look at a lot of the stuff, it looked like a lot of armor abilities.
I like the grenade throw, and then the sword bounced to him, and he caught it, and then killed the other guy. That was badass.
Well, there was one where he grappled a rocket launcher and then like blew up one of the vehicles with it.
So do we think with the grappling hook you can just grapple anywhere? Because that's what I hope.
It seems like it, because he's like grappling swords.
Yeah, and there's one where he kind of went like diagonal upwards with it.
Yeah,
that sounds really cool to get like over.
He was getting the roof
opponents and stuff. Yeah,
he was grappling the canister, caught the canister, just like in the last year's thing where they catches the canister and then throws it.
Yeah,
he did that last year. And then you just
got a long shot with a sticky. Oh, love it.
Yeah,
love it.
Classic.
There's nothing feels better than sticking someone.
Because you see the panic in them. They're like,
and you can hear it. It's like, I love it.
Yeah, so good. I would like to see more.
I would too. I wish this had like a, hey, there's a big open thing now or whatever, maybe a beta or whatever now, and you can go check it out. I wish I had something like that.
I think we're going to get that within the next month or so.
Yeah, I would think August-ish.
Right? I think like July, August, we're going to get a big just Halo event by itself. It's the 20th anniversary. Big Halo. They don't want to overshadow everything with just Halo in this conference. Have 30 minutes of Halo. Like, I think that's unnecessary. I wish they would have had a release date here, but I think at that event there'll be a release date.
Yeah. I think it's kind of in the same boat as Horizon now, where they just don't know yet if it's gonna make it this year.
Yeah,
I think that's what that means. I mean, it's okay if it doesn't. I think
take your time.
At the very least, it would be like March. I think that would be like the latest this ends up coming out. So it still wouldn't end up being too far if it did get delayed out of this year. I think. But I
think their nose is just in the grindstone, and they're just working right
definitely.
now.
Yeah,
but there's still 5 months.
I do think like if you're really hoping Halo comes out this year, maybe ease back your expectations.
Maybe a little, but I'm expecting it to be this year.
You still think?
I don't think that they've shown anything.
I would guess it still would too. Same with Horizon.
I think exactly. I think both of them. I don't think there's any reason to think that it's not right now.
Sure.
Like they've given me no reason to think it's not.
So. I'm totally fine if they want to do the whole like, we'll give you a release date 6 weeks before it comes out type thing. I'm totally fine with that. Yeah.
It's Halo. Like it will sell pretty much no matter what.
I was very much just expecting the typical second week November Friday release date, but I still think that's probably what they're targeting.
I think November. I think I texted you guys a date. I think
certainly it's later than September, October with the holiday 2021.
I mean, it could be October. I could see October.
Sure.
My date was November 9th.
Which is when a different game at this conference that we will talk about is coming out.
Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah. Next was a game that me and Sims were very excited for. Plague Tale, I think, what was it called? Plague Tale. Oh, Requiem. Yeah. There it is. Plague Tale Requiem, a sequel coming out next year with I forget the first studio. Or no, it's 505. 505 and
505 is the publisher.
No, I mean this is you're right. No, you're right. You're right. The other studio is
I forget the studio's name.
It was Asobo, which is the flight sim team, Microsoft Flight Sim team.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
They made the original?
No, I don't think so.
Really? What's going on here then?
No, what it is it was Focus Home. It's because they did the first one. It's Focus Home with them. That's what it was. I thought there was 2 dev teams.
So they maybe that's how it's coming out so quickly.
I'm gonna try to confirm that for myself because I remember there being a picture with 2 dev teams.
Yeah. Personally, I tried the first game for a couple hours. I wasn't really feeling it. It just kind of felt. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say bad things about it, but I didn't enjoy it. So I'm probably not too interested in a sequel. I'm also very scared of rats. So I'm kind of just like, fuck this game.
I don't see it.
I know Sims is amped for this. He'll probably talk about this on next week's show. That he's very excited for this.
Me too.
He loved that first game.
It is Focus Home and Asobo. I love that. I mean, you have to think that this was that first game was like a AA game trying to punch up.
Yeah,
right.
Very much.
And I think they nailed it for what.
I mean, that's what I didn't want to be to me, but it came off as like a knockoff Last of Us to me when I was initially.
I mean, I don't think it was trying to be Last of Us, but it was definitely going for a cool cinematic feel. Sure. There was some things that I think it needed to fix, and we'll see. This game looks great. Like, I love that first game. I wasn't expecting it here. I think Sims was that one of his predictions, right?
He nailed that. Like a random prediction for.
I know. I think he even said Asobo. If I want to go back and listen, I think he said Asobo as well. Like, Sims was tapped in.
Smart guy, man. Someone told him something.
I'm not gonna go that far, but
nah, he's an idiot.
Next was a really interesting game, a game franchise I would like to play. Slime Rancher 2 coming out next year. I forgot to say before we continue with this. Plague Tale Requiem day and date Game Pass next year. Slime Rancher 2 coming out next year. Guess what?
Also Game Pass. They better be paying you for this.
Day and date Game Pass. I told you I'm getting nothing.
This is the one where he picked up like little fucking
So I don't know if
you've with his gun.
You ever seen Slime Rancher 1? It's it's a survival kind of ish type of game where you're kind of like getting these slimes and you're making like a base with them and you're doing stuff with them. I'm not sure. You're like trying to collect them. I don't know the exact premise, but it's a fun, charming game. I know the first one's super popular.
This is the perfect thing for me where it's like, oh, it's on Game Pass. So I could easily just try it one night, see if I'm feeling it. If not, just fucking delete it, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And then the next game is Shredders, which was the
Shredders,
simulation snowboarding game.
Yeah.
It's coming out December. There was no exact date, but it was December this year.
Yeah, it was very weird. It got a December date when the gameplay was like pre-alpha footage still, you know.
There's still there's what, 6 months from December, so they got
sure. It was just like, okay, I don't believe you.
It looks great.
Yeah, the game looks cool. You know, kind of going for more of a skate vibe to the.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Which I'm into. I would definitely try that out. Was this coming to Game Pass as well?
Yep,
it is. Okay, cool.
Day and date Game Pass.
Don't worry, Phil, we got you. But yeah, I definitely, again, I'd be willing to check this one out. You know, it's got to control well and be as fun as Skate was if you're going for that more realistic thing. Sometimes when games do this, it ends up being boring instead of fun. So
it's just they try to ground it more.
Yeah. If you try to make it real grounded and real realistic, you got to do that the right way to make it fun still, you know. It can't just be it's
not SXX. You're not just flipping combos and
which is tricky to do. You know, if you can pull it off, you get more respect from me than you would just going for a wacky.
Yeah, it's the motorsport to Horizon, Forza Horizon, that type of thing. Like, there's an audience for each one. They could cross, but there's a very specific audience for each one. Seems cool. Maybe I'll check it out. Guess what? I already have Game Pass. I'll play it.
On Game Pass. We get $5 every time we say this.
Game Pass.
Damn, fucking rage.
And then next up is a game that I thought was a different game. It is Replaced, coming out next year to Game Pass. And this was the game that was like cyberpunky, a little like kind of reminded me of The Road also. Mm-hmm. It looked like the
same game they've been showing.
No, because that's The Last Night. It's a different game.
So they are different. Okay, sure. Yeah. I thought that they were the same, but
that's
the exact same art style. Okay, so we're thinking on the same lines there. This looked cool as well. You know, it's kind of hard with indie games. You kind of gotta really. I need to like see gameplay and see what the story's all about to like really understand if this is gonna be for me. But it looked cool. Definitely cool art style.
Yeah, I'm playing it no matter what. Like, it's just I like to try out everything, so or as much as I can. So I will definitely play it. It's Game Pass. So next is a game that super popular, and I think now it's kind of coming to everything, which is Among Us, coming to Xbox. I think it just recently came to PlayStation. It's coming to both the One and the Series X and S.
Yeah.
And Game Pass. So you just download and play it.
I always thought this was free to play anyways.
It is free. No, it's like free somewhere, and then like it's like $5 or something, I think.
Oh, okay. That's
It's-
shocking.
it's- it's pretty
I thought
cheap.
for sure this game was free. Oh,
It's
but yeah,
pretty
I'm
cheap.
gonna say that I played like 2 matches once. Wasn't my thing, but
I haven't
cool for
played
people
it.
that want it.
It's a game you need to play with a bunch of people, and they're adding like I think a 15-player mode, which is really cool, and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, I did on
maybe
my
another
phone in a
map.
car once. It was a bad experience. Don't
That
don't
sounds
recommend
awful.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that
was.
does not sound. The next game was Atomic Heart, which is a game that probably not a lot of people knew about. Sloan
I
told
talked
me
about this
about.
game quite a bit.
Yeah, Sloan is the one that showed me this game, and like I didn't know anything about it until he showed me. I don't remember. I
This
don't
game
think it got a release
gets a
date.
new trailer. No, it didn't. It didn't get anything. This game gets a new trailer for the last like 4 years. This game just gets shown, and they give you no release date, and it looks cool.
Nothing.
It looks really cool. I don't know if they're going for like more of a Fallout vibe. I know it's supposed to be an action RPG. It's what they've been
I'm
saying.
assuming it's coming out next year, even though they didn't say. But because they did say it's coming.
Yeah, maybe. Every time you see a trailer for this, I'm like, that's got to be close to done because they have gameplay.
This was they showed a lot more than the trailer that I saw. There was a lot in this trailer.
Yeah. Who knows where this game's at, but it looks cool. Gonna be on Game Pass now, so that's exciting. Get to just try it out for free. So not
it's
for
probably
free,
this is like a AA game that needs the marketing, so this is perfect for them, right?
Sure.
Like people are gonna check this game out because it's on Game Pass. This next game. Oh baby, what a trailer! The Outer Worlds 2.
Excited. Oh, okay. What a badass!
I love that they just make fun of everyone, and it is so Obsidian. Like I didn't know what it was for most of the part, and I'm like, what kind of game is like trying to be funny all the time? It's got to be Obsidian, right?
I knew at the lens flare moment.
The lens flare,
the lens flare. I was like, oh, this is Outer Worlds.
Obsidian's the best.
That shit was funny though. They were just like, and now we show the atmosphere of our world and a lens flare.
What did they say about the creature? Like this might not even be in the game or something.
Oh yeah, this will be the last time you ever see this creature.
I love this trailer so much. It's
Outer Worlds. Where did this come from? Like, where did this come from? I can't believe Obsidian got multiple giant RPGs in the works. I guess
I tell you this all the time. They work fast, and they got a lot of small teams that are constantly working on something. So you got to think the Grounded team's probably like 10 people. So that can just kind of keep going by itself. Avowed, they probably have a good pre-production going. Probably further along now. This is probably in pre-production. So they have 2 main teams and then that smaller team. So like they could keep pumping out games. This is probably 2023, maybe 2024. And then maybe next year would be Avowed. That's what I would think.
I would too, but I don't know with that whole Jeff Grubb thing. He put Avowed after 2022, so I don't know where all these games are going to end up landing. I would hope Avowed is 2022, and then this would be 2024. It would be my.
That's
hope,
what I would think.
It might be Avowed 2023, and then this 2025. But who really cares? Outer Worlds 2, I'm excited for. I love the first game. Thought it was great. Excited to see where this one goes. I wonder if you'll play as the same character. What's going to
That's a great question.
Yeah,
because like
maybe you can get a whole save carryover type thing.
No spoilers. How the game ends, I could just see you being somebody new.
Yeah, I could too. Just
you know what I mean? I don't want to spoil the game, but like you kind of understand what I mean. Like how the game ends,
I'll be very excited to see what they can do with it just being only on next gen too. Or I'd assume it would be by the time this game comes out, it would only be on Series X, Series S. Yeah. And with that technology, bigger worlds, more planets, etc. Very exciting.
Yeah, no release date. But didn't really expect it. Didn't even expect the game. So
no, not at all. Especially with Avowed out there.
Yeah. They only mentioned it. We didn't even see it. The next game we saw Microsoft Flight Simulator coming to Xbox on July 27th this summer, which is great. And they're getting a Top Gun Maverick DLC with like a jet.
Oh, are they really? I didn't even notice.
You didn't notice that? Yeah, they're getting a jet you can fly around.
That's cool. Is that coming out with the movie?
I don't know at this point.
It might be. Sure. Is Tom Cruise in it? You can fly around.
That'd be great. He's finally in a video game, right?
No, I'm excited this is coming to console though. I will.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Why not?
Yeah, I want to check this game out when I've always wanted to play these. I've never gotten a chance to, so I'll definitely
get that Series X to play it.
Yeah,
gotta get that
100%.
Yeah, I'll check it out. July 27th on Game Pass. I'll keep saying that. The next game is a game we've all been waiting for. What is it, Connor? What is the game we've all been waiting for and mentioned over and over again?
I really don't know. You put me on the
12
spot.
minutes.
12
minutes. Waiting for it. Okay. 12 minutes. Okay. It's coming
Sims
out.
Sims
it's coming out. What is the date? August 19th. Guess
19th.
What?
Good date for it.
Guess what? Again, Game Pass.
God, he better be paying you a fuck ton.
Yeah, this has Daisy Ridley, James McAvoy, and Willem Dafoe. Yeah. I think Dafoe's playing like the guy that's killing you every time. I think you're playing McAvoy, right? Are you playing McAvoy, the guy?
Do you play as the guy and the girl?
See, I don't know.
I assumed you played as both of them.
I thought you just played as McAvoy. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
But again,
this game looks awesome. Every time
the second Deathloop game we get this year. So cool.
Good point. Good point.
We get 2 Deathloop games this year.
The prequel.
And do you remember? We'll just shout out. Kind of funny when they did. They showed this game with a different title in 2015.
Did they?
Yeah, they had like a little let's play with the dev in their apartment. Yeah.
Wow.
Different name. I forget the name of the original game.
You forget the name?
Yeah. I don't remember.
What is 12 minutes in seconds?
12 minutes in seconds. You have to do 60 times 12.
Was that 7,200?
No.
Crazy. No.
I'm not going to do the math.
No. 720.
So how long do you think how long do you think it'll take you to beat 12 minutes?
It's a good question. I'm going to say anywhere between 12 minutes and 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That was supposed to be a rhetorical joke, but okay.
Oh, okay. I was answer that.
What are you trying to show me, Sims?
720 seconds. That's what I just said.
Yeah, you said 1,000.
I did. I had another 0, but then afterwards I corrected myself. Okay, I'm not 1,000. Stupid, people.
Okay, you said 1,000. The next game was my prediction, and I got 3 points for this bad boy. Okay. Forza Horizon 5. Look at that. It looked amazing. It's coming out November 9th. Day and date Game Pass. Yeah, Green Goblin. We get it, Sims. Why don't you just show your face? Forza Horizon 5. Yeah, so it's set in Mexico. So I predicted it was here, Mexico, and this fall. So boom.
You did. I mean, this all leaked, so it's not that impressive. But
okay,
yeah.
okay. I could have been completely wrong.
All right, buddy. You predicted it. Congratulations.
You could have took it. You could have took the prediction.
I could have.
Don't hate on me.
I could.
It was one of my last ones.
I'm very upset. Regardless, I like the Forza Horizon games. I played through like all of the second one. I loved it. I haven't played one since. Whatever.
That was what, Australia?
DLC.
I think that was the second one. I think that was the one that was in Australia, right?
Yeah, it was in Australia. Yeah, I loved it. It was actually really fun. Really cool when they add the open world elements to the racing genre. I thought I'm into it. So
I'm definitely
playing this. I am too. Looked absolutely gorgeous.
There were shots that just looked like real life.
When they showed the one with like the photo they took,
river?
And then in the game, with the river there or whatever. Yeah, that looked. Oh my god!
Like I kind of texted to you guys. Like I know Horizon Zero Dawn. We were talking a couple weeks ago. That game just looks unbelievable. Like, but it's a little more lush, and they kind of turn up the saturation on that game. But this game just is on. This is the best looking game I've ever seen. Like hands down.
As far as photorealism in games goes, definitely.
Like I've never seen a game look like this. This is insane. Like I need to play this game. And like I was watching a compressed stream. I can't. Right. I want to play that on my Series X on my TV because like it's gonna be.
I want to go check out the 4K YouTube one.
Yeah, go check that afterwards. Yeah, I mean, even a 4K YouTube video is gonna have some compression. Just wait until you play that on your TV.
Yeah. But the coolest part, November 9th this year.
Awesome. November 9th. Look at that.
Great date. Yeah. Great date for that too. Coming again.
This was the game. This was the Halo is not coming the 9th then. I didn't.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So I wonder where that puts Halo then.
It could be
very end of November.
It could be in the end, yeah. But these are different audiences, to be fair.
You could just put it out the next Friday. I'm sure they wouldn't do the same day, but it could just be the next Friday.
Yeah.
Hi, voice from above, Mr. Steve
Sim's going to tell you that he thinks Halo's not coming out this year.
I would like to speak from the press pool.
Just ruin your whole thing.
Sure. What do you got to say?
I do not think we will see Halo this year. I think the fact that we didn't get a date just means that we are not getting it this year. I think holiday is just a little like a placement holder, and I reckon in the next 2 weeks we'll get a delay.
I will bet you we'll do a little pizza bet. How about that?
You're gonna buy Sims a pizza in another country?
It's just a friendly wager. Just a little bet. I'm gonna tell you right now because you weren't here for the whole.
Get him a pizza.
You weren't here for the whole thing. I think that there's going to be a separate Halo event within the next month.
I mean, it's just been announced that Paris Lilly's hosting Xbox conference.
Yeah, it was an extended showcase.
That's it, and he's doing like interviews with Uncle Phil, Aaron. You know,
that's exciting.
All the buddies. Well, yeah, you're dreaming. It's definitely not happening.
A little friendly wager.
I mean, people can't see me, but
I know.
Weirdly, like shaking my hand. I don't think you'll see it. I think I think you're right about them not stressing the development team out by going, we need some assets for any free demo, which is fair enough. But
I think this game is further along than most people think it is. This game is supposed to be.
But if it was, why have we not got
like most of that game is just done. I just think that they don't really. I don't think that they need. I think people are so heavy on Halo. They think this needs to sell the console. This needs I don't think it does. They have so much now. They just bought Bethesda alone. I think just sells the console. Period.
This console.
I don't think Halo doesn't mean what it meant with Halo 3, and it hasn't. Halo Reach didn't mean the same. Halo 4 hasn't meant the same. None of them have. Halo has not been Halo for 13 years, 14 years.
Yeah, but let's go back. Let's go back 12 months ago. The marketing has just started to ramp up for Xbox Series X and S. And
started with Hellblade though.
Yeah, but what's on the back of the box?
Well, obviously it's Chief.
Yeah, exactly. So, and obviously they thought that they were going to release it last year, and then you're saying what you just said. Halo's not the same. That they don't really need it to sell the Xbox. Something along them lines.
No, they haven't. They've been doing perfectly fine without Halo for years now.
But they need
what people like about Xbox right now is what? Nothing to do with Halo. Why does Halo need to sell the console? I just don't think it does. If it does, then that's great. But
they need to get this game out as quick.
This is coming from the biggest Halo fan.
I just don't. I just don't.
I mean, I agree with that. I get what you're getting at, Sims. Are you saying they need to put it out this year? Because Halo certainly is not where Halo 3 was. Halo is the fan base is way lower now, way lower. Halo 3 sold 20 million copies. This game will sell nowhere near that. I completely agree with that.
And like I said, they haven't been riding on Halo since Halo 5, and that was 6 years ago.
My point was, I remember my point. 12 months ago, they was relying on Halo.
Were they?
Yeah,
I don't know. They were just relying on Game Pass.
Halo releasing with the Series X, play best on Series X on the Games Pass, and now that went through the toilet. But if it was ready. And like they say, as far as that, you think this game is ready, blah, blah, blah. Why have we not got a date?
I think it's in the same boat, like you were saying on the last episode. We were talking about this with Horizon. It's in the same. It's like you said with Horizon. They just don't know. They don't know if it's going to be ready this year. With COVID and everything.
And we just talked about Shredder. That game has a December release date. It's not December 5th. It's just December. I don't know.
And
I think that this game is.
It said. We feel confident about December. Did you read?
Oh no. I just was looking at an image. It just said December.
Yeah, and then in the video, it said at the end, "We're feeling good about December."
Okay, but still, that's just an example.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't I said earlier when you weren't here. They've showed me no reason that this game should not release this holiday. It's the same with Horizon. There's no reason that game shouldn't. They showed a lot of that game. they showed even more Halo than they have Horizon. So I mean,
there is I mean, it goes back to Cyberpunk, doesn't it? Like, the game has to be perfect, especially nowadays.
I don't know about perfect, but it has to like run.
Yeah, it has to run, doesn't it? And I don't think they're both at the same stage. Going back to Halo and to Horizon, I just don't think they're at the same stage. I don't think they're at that stage yet.
Yeah, they showed less Horizon,
but they didn't show any Halo today.
Yeah, they did. Did you watch
the thing? Some multiplayer, but like, that wasn't gameplay of the. I don't know. I just don't see it, and I'm just a bit disappointed in that. I was like, that should have started.
I wanted a release date, but hey,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
They said holiday.
They started the show, and they were like, Todd basically should have just said, "Listen, guys, you need to calm the fuck down. This is coming out next year. This is a little sneak peek. We got no gameplay for you." Dickheads.
They're gonna blow it out next year. It's gonna be a lot.
Of course, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it was oddly paced. Like the middle was Todd talking, then they slowed it down.
That was the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Beginning.
It was just like Todd talking, and then it seemed like a blow at the beginning. I don't know. It just seemed like a gut punch.
I think they just needed a little bit of talking, and then once I think Pete stopped. And then it just went, just trailers.
And then obviously they slowed it down for Halo.
With what they ended it with Outer Worlds 2. But that's really my only thing with the pacing.
They slowed it down for Halo, and then right at the end, they had, 15 minutes for Forza? It felt like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 10, 15.
It was long,
That was odd. And to finish the game on an Arcane game, which shows, they've got faith in them.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
I'm going in a sec. I just oddly paced, and what they showed was great.
I don't know. I think the pacing was amazing.
I don't know,
especially because I've watched every showcase for the most part. All these other most of the showcases this week have really disappointed me in terms of how they have.
Yeah, they just don't have that much to show, and they're trying to fill it with talking.
Maybe how bad they were has maybe like this more, but this pace was awesome.
Don't get me wrong. When they were in a good flow, game, it just seemed like they should have just. I don't know.
I don't know what else you expected from this.
Just Halo. I feel like Halo should have been at the beginning.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said a couple weeks ago.
Maybe Halo, and then maybe Starfield in the middle. I don't know. Forza was just. I don't know. It just kind of. I don't know. I'm moaning.
Does this shit matter? Because a week from now, you're not gonna remember the fucking.
No, of course not. No, yeah, I just
you know what I mean. You're not even gonna remember half the games that were fucking there in a week. Ultimately, when you look back on these things, it doesn't really ever matter. You know what I mean? Like last year when Sony did all their things, I couldn't tell you what was announced where and at what point in these conferences it was there. Just it doesn't matter. Ultimately, it's just cool that they get announced.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, were you bored during the show?
I wasn't bored. It just seemed. It seemed like a bad way to start the show with, Starfield isn't coming out until 2022. And we haven't really got anything to show you. I expected a good 10-15 minutes of Starfield gameplay.
I like that cinematic trailer.
I was wondering if they switched that because it got leaked 30 minutes before the show. It was kind of odd that they started with that, but maybe you just want to get that out of the way because it is a little bit disappointing that it's 18 months out.
At the end of the day, and I'll go after this, we still don't know what Starfield is.
No,
you're right.
I mean,
right.
They're gonna show everything at their next E3.
What do you think it is, Sims?
Fallout.
I think there's more to it just because we talked about it being the new engine. I think they're going to show.
There's going to be something that's different about this.
They're going to show a lot of that engine.
We saw the Fallout 76 stuff, and that shit looks rough.
I mean, it's it's
an old game, but
I was like
2018 game.
We'll get there. I'm actually excited about that DLC.
You can see why.
We can talk about that now.
Right, I'll see you later.
Okay, we can talk about that now because I might have missed it. We could just talk about that now before this next thing. So,
okay.
Go ahead and talk about the 76.
Yeah, Fallout 76 getting the Pit DLC. The Pit was a big expansion for Fallout 3 where you go to Pittsburgh. Thus, the Pit. You get it?
Pit. Yeah, two T's.
Yeah. Actually, I love this DLC. It has really weird enemies they look like the Winnebagos in Until Dawn. That's pretty much what you're fighting the whole time. You ever played this DLC?
No, I didn't really play much of 3.
It's one of my favorites. So Pittsburgh has just become this whole slave encampment area with like just thousands of slaves and like one emperor guy, and like I'm excited to see if this DLC just shows how Pittsburgh became that, after
looks
the whole apocalypse
decrepit.
started and stuff. Yeah, it already does. So I'm wondering, it has like weird mutated monsters and stuff. I don't know. It's just cool to get like an origin story for the pit. At least
you think it's origin?
This is. Well, it's going to be.
I feel like they kind of just keep moving, right?
Anything you can hook into Fallout 3, you're getting me.
Okay,
I'm interested. So maybe I will be checking out.
How much did you play at 76?
Like a couple hours.
Okay,
I didn't actually hate that game. Didn't actually hate that game.
No, it seemed fine. It just, I think people wanted like a regular Fallout game, but they didn't market it as that. So I'm not really sure what people wanted.
Cool to see they're still supporting Fallout 76 so much though.
Oh yeah, and like
for that community.
Pete talked about like that game has gotten a bigger boom.
Yeah, especially playing on Game Pass now.
With putting it on Game Pass, yeah. Like there's a huge there's millions of people still playing that game, which is awesome. The next thing we got was a pretty awesome Battlefield gameplay. The first like gameplay we gotten of this game.
Yeah. Oh, this was the first gameplay.
Yeah. Oh, because remember it was just the teaser.
You're right. Okay. Yeah, looks cool. I'm not into it just because it's only multiplayer, but looks cool.
I would like a campaign as well. I really want to get it. Yeah. I hope it's not 70. I hope it's 60.
Are you a Battlefield multiplayer type of guy?
The last one I really played was 3, and that was on the 360.
Yeah. Back in the day, it used to be you got to pick a side, Battlefield or COD, and I always stuck with COD.
I didn't really pick a side. I just was tied up with Halo and Call of Duty.
I wish there was a campaign though. I really enjoyed the campaign in Battlefield 1. So
I know a lot of people did. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just my biggest disappointment. I don't know. Every time I see this game now, I'm just kind of disappointed there's no campaign.
Yeah.
But I know that's just me. Majority.
It takes. I think that shows that people take like the Call of Duty campaigns for granted and how much work they actually put into those campaigns. Definitely. Like Battlefield has tried, and for the most part, they have not succeeded on their campaigns. So
yeah.
I think that this kind of shows like let's give maybe Activision and those teams a little bit more credit with the Call of Duty games.
Definitely.
Anything else to say about Battlefield? I think it looked fun.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it when it comes out.
Yeah, I hopefully it's not 70. I don't know if I want to pay 70.
Would have been a great Game Pass one.
Yeah, that was one of the few that wasn't a Game Pass game.
Yeah, one of the few. That and Far Cry 6, I was hoping. It's just going to be like, when they showed that trailer, I was really hoping like Game Pass, because that would have been a good one.
That'd be sick.
But can't get on.
There's still time. Who knows?
There's still time.
I think this is the last. Are we at the last game? Did I miss anything?
I can't think of anything, so go ahead.
Okay. The last game is Arcane Austin game called Redfall. It was like a 4-player or solo game where you hunt vampires. It's coming out next summer. Xbox exclusive. This was the other one that Bethesda game that is an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah. It's being made by the Prey team, I assume.
The Prey team. The Arcane Austin. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks cool. Another Left 4 Dead-ish game, kind of. It's kind of the vibe I was getting.
Not sure.
Or maybe you could be right. Maybe they throw us for a loop and it's a single player focused thing. I think
it's going to be both. They said co-op, but they also said single player, I think. So
I'm sure this is one of those things that will be clarified in an upcoming interview. But we're doing this immediately after the conference, so we just don't know yet. Maybe we can talk about maybe
Paris's thing next week.
Sit down thing. Yeah, maybe we
might have more
there. Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks cool. Had a really cool CGI trailer. I like this team. I wasn't the biggest fan of Prey, so maybe them switching gears, doing something a little bit more multiplayer focused is a good idea.
Maybe. I mean, the gameplay is going to feel good no matter what. Like,
sure, definitely.
They just
Shooting will be high quality with other shooters, I'd imagine. Yeah, definitely. Cool idea. If it is a Left 4 Dead thing, again, I'm into that.
Yeah, I love.
This was a spring 2022. It said
right?
Summer 2022. Okay.
So it could be like late spring.
It
could be May. Maybe. Could be May. Like yeah, June. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah,
somewhere around there. Maybe it could be from May to August. We'll see. I love vampires and I love killing them. Yeah, killing them as well. I mean, that's I'm a vampire hunter by day.
You like vampires and you like killing them. this is the game for you.
Redfall. What do we think about the name? It's all right. It could be a better name. I'm gonna be real. This game looks awesome.
Could be a better name, sure.
I don't know about Redfall.
Like, what does that mean? Like, are they implying like blood is falling? You know, is that the idea?
Like just fall. It's just like Godfall, Redfall. I don't know. Like
a lot of falls. Titanfall.
Yeah. Titanfall. Right. Yeah. Like it could have been Red Fangs. That'd been like cool. That's better.
I do think this and Outer Worlds 2 should have been switched. Maybe that's just me because I was way more excited about Outer Worlds 2 than I was this. But
I think pacing, keep Outer Worlds where it was, personally.
Really?
Because this had way more.
Outer Worlds felt very random to me.
Exactly.
That was the most random one where it was just like, what is this?
And I like that in the middle
too, and I was like, oh my god, you know? Yeah, and it was shocking because where it was placed in the conference overall. But yeah, I would have switched that. Other than that, you know,
I think that's it.
Redfall looks cool.
Yeah, Redfall. So
looking forward to seeing more.
Let's put a little grade like we did yesterday.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Solid A.
I think it's
solid A. Yeah,
definitely an A.
I can't really ask for much more than this, you know.
No, me too. Maybe consolidate it a little bit more, like
maybe
15
a bit
minutes.
more gameplay on stuff. You know, obviously there's all these games we're looking forward to with Xbox Game Studios, just like, you know, proper, take out the Bethesda ones for right now, but just them. There's all these games we're looking forward to for them, and it seems like those are a bit more further out than we all initially thought. You know, your Fables, your Avoweds, your
I mean, Everwild wasn't here.
Everwild, you know, like that. So
there's a few that we know are probably pretty close. That'll probably just be next year.
It's like I've been saying this whole time, man. Like Xbox is coming up with so many great games. I don't necessarily care when they come out. I know they're coming, so I'm excited, right?
And when they come, they're gonna come.
And when they come, and this is what I've been wanting for Xbox for the whole last gen. You know, I've just wanted games, and games, and they're giving me that now. And so I'm happy. You know, whether they come out in 2022, 2023, I don't really care, but they're coming. And I'm gonna play them when they're here, and it's gonna be awesome.
I think this conference pretty much shows that right now, like there should be no reason like to not have Game Pass. I know we keep saying that all the time, but there is so much on Game Pass, and they keep adding like every month something new.
Yeah,
and then
the amount of high quality AAA games that they're getting now, you know, and like day and date, you know, the Back 4 Bloods, the Outriders, the Knockout City, stuff like that. It's great.
So they showed 30 games, technically I guess 31 because Phil did the extra one more thing. So they showed 30 games, and 27 of those games are Game Pass games. Day one. That's crazy. 27.
Because what is it? It's like the price of 3 games is the price of Game Pass for a year, right?
If you do Ultimate with Gold, it's $15 a month.
Yeah, so
3 months is one game. Yeah.
It's perfect, you know. So you'll easily get your money's worth with Game Pass.
Yeah, not 3 months, 4 months. 4 months is one game. That's like insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Back 4 Blood, like it pays for itself, right there.
Yeah,
being day and date. Yeah,
good point.
That was the Xbox.
Very excited for Xbox's future, man.
Yeah,
I'm stoked. Glad to see Xbox is getting back on track with the games. You know.
Yeah, good showcase.
Definitely. And with that was the Nerd of Gods podcast post show
B3
Xbox Bethesda Games Showcase. Yeah. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Yeah,
we're going to do the Square Enix one now, which I'm sure you can catch right after this. See you then.
Please do so. Bye.